Pressure is finally mounting on the British government to follow both the US and Canada to protect its Sikh population more effectively against threats from the Indian government. Rishi Sunak's government has faced criticism in recent months for not following the lead of the US and Canadian governments in calling out the growing threat of Indian transnational repression, particularly against the Sikh community. Recent revelations that several members of the community have since received official threats to life warnings from local police now confirm that intelligence agencies have identified a credible threat against individuals. Yet, within an apparent absence of concern by the government against a very real threat, grassroots pressure from the community is now pushing upwards through representative MPs, demanding that the government now take action. As a result, a cross-party group of parliamentary members have now written a joint letter to UK Security Minister Tom Tugendhat calling for an urgent meeting to take the matter more seriously. Labour MP for Slough, Tanmanjeet Singh Dhesi, also raised the issue in the Commons yesterday, asking the Leader of the House, Mordaunt, what the government was doing about the issue.
Thank you very much, Mr Deputy Speaker. My Slough constituent is one of 6 British Sikhs on an enemies of the state hit list of 20 broadcast on certain sections of the Indian media. We've had the shocking revelations by the Canadian Prime Minister of an assassination of a Sikh activist, an indictment submitted in a US court of a foiled alleged assassination plot of a Sikh activist there, and the family of a Birmingham Sikh activist with their suspicions are calling for an inquiry into his death. All 3 were on that hit list. So does the Leader of the House agree with me that given that many Sikhs have been handed threat to life notices by UK police, whether or not we agree with someone's views, everyone has the right to freedom of expression in our democracy without threat of violence? And can she outline what steps the government is taking to ensure the safety and security of British Sikhs?
Mordaunt responded that whilst the government was taking the issue seriously, her answer echoed the prevailing attitude of Sunak's government in an answer couched in diplomatic language that did not directly criticise or accuse India of any wrongdoing, nor acknowledge any potential threat from India. In a similar vein, West Midlands Police, when asked about the nature of the threat to life notices, implied that threats against the individuals were from within the Sikh community itself, rather than acknowledge the threat from India. The police force have recently come under intense scrutiny after it was revealed they had not followed normal protocol in the suspicious death last year of another Sikh campaigner, Avtar Singh Kandar, in Birmingham, raising widespread allegations of a state cover-up. Lawyers for the family have noted a coordinated campaign of intransigence and diversion from state bodies in the matter, clearly with the intention of not raising diplomatic tensions with India. But the groundswell of pressure mounting from the Sikh community and indeed from the general public demanding the government protect British Sikhs more effectively is aiming to force Sunak's government to rebalance their attitude away from securing a lucrative trade deal with India and instead to both protecting British citizens from a foreign threat, but more importantly, acknowledging the fundamental rights of individuals within our democracy. You've been watching Satellite TV News. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button to make sure you get to see stories as they're broadcast. And of course, if you have any comments or opinions, why not drop us a message down below, or indeed drop us a direct message at message@satellitetv.com. We do like to hear from you. In the meantime, thanks for watching for Satellite TV News. I'm Angus Scott in London.